Hello, Africa. My name is Eunice Tornyi, and you are live on eTVGhana. This is the African Women's Voices Show, that show that deals with issues pertaining to women as they contribute to national development. If you missed last week's edition, it means you missed our special edition of Mother's Day, where we had lots of people celebrating their mothers with their videos, their messages. It's been wonderful. So when we open the phone lines later on in the show, if you still want to wish your mom a belated Happy Mother's Day, please, you get the chance to do that. Today's edition is really going to be an interesting one because we're going to be talking about something that is happening right now around us and how people are making changes based on what is going on. Well, I'm not going to tell you what the topic is because I need you to stay right there because we're going to be doing several other things for you today. I'm being beautifully clothed by Buretex clothing line, and she can be found not far away at all here in Accra, and it's just around the Nyaho Clinic railway line. All you need to do is to let her know that you heard about her on the African Women's Voices show, and she's going to give you a special treat. Okay. It is Health and Sanitation Month within the Global Media Alliance group, and we've got something really interesting to share with you. It's all about a special edition of Happy Sports. It's dubbed the effects of COVID-19 on Ghana's sports industry. It will be live on eTVGhana from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 13th of May 2020. Viewers can join the conversation by sending comments on the social media platforms of Happy FM. And we also have a very interesting soap opera coming, and it's titled Ye Teri Galian. It's an award-winning Indian telenovela, which is coming soon on eTVGhana, and it will be focusing on childhood. It's about this particular boy and girl, you know, it's about Pochki and Shan. You need to know the lead characters right now, even before we start the show. It's about how they were childhood friends, they grew apart, and then later on they met themselves as adults. And then Shan falls in love with a lady called Asmita. So the story is that Shan and Pochki, they will grow apart as adults. And then they'll all fall in love with their several partners, with their different partners. And then when he realizes that it's actually his childhood friend, Pochki, that he gets to meet later in future, Shan is married to Nandini and Asmita is engaged to someone else. What is going to happen next? You know that situation when it can be really awkward. There's this person you used to have a crush on, and then you meet the person later in life, and somehow you're married already, the person is married, and you feel like it should have been me. What would you do if you find yourself in that position? Well, this time around, it's going to be Shan and Pochki telling us what it is they're going to do since they found themselves in that position. Do stay tuned as we go over to the 60 seconds update segment of this show. When we come back, I will be introducing you to the guest. Thank you very much.
To market women in Accra. The Rebecca Foundation has donated some pieces of locally manufactured face masks to women at Okanshi, Makola, Kantamanto, Abubloshi, and Malam markets to combat COVID-19. The gesture was part of the foundation's Mother's Day activities to honor and celebrate the contribution of Ghanaian mothers. According to Mrs. Asante Amwa, who donated the items on behalf of the First Lady, she cautioned all the women to observe the various protocols in fighting against COVID-19. Over 44 million Ghana cedis has so far been donated to the National COVID-19 Trust Fund to support the fight against the novel coronavirus. This was disclosed by the chairperson for the fund, Sophia Ekufu, when she handed over 12 vehicles to public hospitals and laboratories involved in the testing and treatment of COVID-19 cases yesterday, Monday. The COVID-19 National Trust Fund has in a short while received many donations and contributions from businesses and individuals to complement the efforts of government in the fight of the disease. Stone Boy, Ohene Yuri Gifty Auntie, Nadia Buari and other Ghanaian celebrities share sweet Mother's Day tributes on social media Although the coronavirus has impacted on the plans many have had for Mother's Day, celebrities did not let the day go by without showing appreciation to the women in their lives. They took to their social media handles to pay tributes to the wives, mothers, daughters, and themselves as part of the Mother's Day celebration. Actress Nadia Boire took to Instagram to share a video of herself and her mother dancing to a TikTok routine. Wife of the Vice President, Samira Baumia, praised all mothers for the love and selflessness they exhibit. At the end, they were all grateful to the women in their lives.
And you are welcome back. If you just joined us, this is the African Women's Voices show on eTVGhana. It comes your way every Tuesday at 4 p.m. and the repeat comes on Saturday at 12 noon. Just before we went over to the 60 seconds update segment, I told you we were going to be doing something today around what's happening. Okay, if you were able to watch the 60 seconds update, you would realize that a lot of funding has come into the COVID purse. So it means that companies and individuals are beginning to warm up to, giving back to society. So they are giving for us to be better. There's someone here in the studio who is also doing something really wonderful that is worthy to be noted. She's a young woman who is combining both motherhood and business together and still is giving back to society. If you have been following Afi Antonio on social media, well, today you're going to be meeting her live on the show here at eTV. Afi, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Nice, and you're looking good.
Thank you. I'm learning from you.
That's what girls say all the time.
Yeah.
When we don't want to make it look like, okay, we are feeling the, the accolades and,
and
the stuff,
but
then we say, I'm learning from you. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thanks to Butarax Clothing for making me feel this way. Thank you so much. All right. So with the name Afi Antonio, some people begin to wonder, the Antonio there, is it like you're Spanish? Are you Ghanaian?
What, you want me to tell this story here?
Please go ahead and tell the story.
So Antonio is my father's name. So that's my surname. But I'm now married, so it's Afi Antonio Ado.
Okay.
But I'm mostly known as Afi Antonio, so it's Afi Antonio, yeah.
Okay.
My dad, the story my dad told me was that I'm from the royal family. Okay. So the chief had a friend who was white, and when the chief's wife gave birth, he decided to give the Antonio, that's the man's name, the white man's name, to the son, so that it will be in remembrance of the white man.
Africans, we do that a lot. We really like to name our children after certain people who were able to make an impact in our lives.
So that's how come the Antonio. So yeah, it's a white name, but part of the family sign Bojo. So that's the real surname.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bojo. I'm from Togbi Bojo family.
Togbi Bojo family.
Yes.
Wow.
So, but I told my dad, he really tried that he joined the Antonio, because I'm sure they would have laughed at me in school. Philomena Afi Bojo.
Right now, there's a song actually, in circulation that is titled Bojo. So.
So it's good.
It's a very good one.
Yeah.
Okay. The Bojo song was actually sung by Shatta Wale, yes, so I never knew that. Oh, wow, interesting. I mean, I'm already loving the vibe we are having here, and I want to believe that those who are watching us are feeling the vibe. Afi is someone who really expresses herself in a very simple and nice way. So if you're not close to your TV set, just come around and listen to what Afi has got to say to us. So Afi, from our following of you, we realize that you are into philanthropy and you're into community service, and you are also a goodwill ambassador and so many other things. You are a wife and you are a mother, and you're still looking very trendy and beautiful. Wow, thank you so much to hubby. He's really doing a good job, you can tell.
He's outside the country. I'm sure he's watching online.
Yes, because we are streaming live on eTV, at eTVGh. So please, if you don't know about that, get to know it, that we stream live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. So he's watching us right now. So hello,
Hi,
Mr. Ado.
Love you.
Yeah, she loves you so much. And I want to say thank you so much for making her look this beautiful and all the supports that you've been giving to her. All right, delving into what you do. When someone is said to be a goodwill ambassador, what exactly does it mean to be that?
So, goodwill ambassador, there's this group outside the country. It's in US, headed by Richard, one white man. He identifies individuals that are giving back, doing goodwill to their country and all that. Like, he identifies them from different countries and brings them under one umbrella and gives you a certificate as a goodwill ambassador. So it's more like they are giving you the vim to do more. So we have a WhatsApp group. We have a group on LinkedIn where we discuss issues and all that. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So you have a WhatsApp group of people who are
yes,
all
goodwill
into giving back to society
from
all
across parts
the globe.
Of the country. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So have you guys ever had to organize an event where all of you get to meet each other and all of
that?
So
the Ghana group, we met only once during Kofi Annan's funeral.
Okay.
Because we were supposed to go there as goodwill ambassadors to go there. So we went there. I think all of us couldn't make it, but some of us made it. That was the first time we met, actually, the Ghanaian group. So
I'm wondering how you guys felt. Okay, so
yeah,
that's you,
nice.
the one who makes so much noise on the page, the one who sends, you know, the interesting quotes, the one who sends the jokes, you know.
Hey, we don't send jokes there.
You don't send jokes there. Okay,
it's
only serious
business.
issues.
Yeah. So
okay.
if you are embarking on a project, you let people know this is what you are doing and all that. So if someone wants to help you, maybe will come and DM you separately and wants to know exactly what you are doing and see if he or she can help, something like that.
Oh, that's also really lovely. So sometimes, have you guys been able to build this connection where maybe there's something that's going to be happening, let's say in South Africa, for instance, maybe somebody needs help and the help is not here in Ghana and we have to fly the person to South Africa. So is there a chance that maybe you connect
Nothing like that has happened yet. Yeah, it's only a year or 2 years old.
Okay, it's not something that's so established. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you guys should begin
to
consider
finding
such
their
things, their feet somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, how did you come into this business or this field of being a goodwill ambassador? Did you like start feeling for people as a child, or how did it all start?
It didn't start as a child. I think I was all grown up, and I met a lady who needed help, and I was like, why don't I use my social media, because I have a little following. I have.
Well, don't, just try to be modest. Don't say a little. You've got a very good following. I see that. You mad.
So I'm like, oh, why not? It was this girl. Her name is Selena. She is disabled and she has a son, single parent. So she wanted to be on my show, Celebrity Delivery TV show.
Okay.
I used to show it here at eTV
when I started. Back home.
Yeah, when I started, yeah. So it connects fans to their mentors, personality, people they would love to meet, which under normal circumstances wouldn't be possible. Like you only see them on TV. So this time I connect the person to you. You have a time where you eat and ask the person any questions you have and all that. There's a fun side if you want to gym together. We had a gym sponsoring, so they gym together and all that. So she said she wanted to meet Nanaba Namwa, the disabled girl. And that she see herself in her, and I was like, okay, I'll try and see if I can
connect both of you.
So then I was wondering why she's a single mother. Like, so I tried probing more, and then I gave her my number. She gave me hers. We started WhatsApping, and I said, where is the father of the son? And she was like, the guy left her. And that when she got pregnant, the man told her to abort it.
Okay, he was not ready to be a father.
Yes, if she doesn't, then he has nothing to do with it. And she's like, she's a disabled girl. She doesn't know whether it will go well with her if she has to go and abort and everything. And so she kept the pregnancy, and the guy left truly. And the guy hasn't been supporting since. It's only her, and once in a while the mom will help her. So I was like, okay, would she be okay if I post about this and see if people would want to help her? Before, she was reluctant. She was like, hey, what if the guy sees it and wants to come for the boy and blah, blah. I said, oh, she shouldn't worry. she should tell the guy to come and see me if he wants to disturb her or anything. So it took some time for her to say, okay, I can say. So then I did a post about it and added the fact that she wanted to meet Nanaba Anamwa. So people tagged Nanaba and people shared. So she eventually asked to meet the girl. And she met Nanaba, she was happy. And they managed to get her, I think, something like an attachment there at GH1. So she served there for some time and then she left. So through my story, they did a story on GH1 and then some NGO contacted her and gave her some food items and all that. Like,
okay, so I mean, you've been able to give her extra.
At least, yeah, I tried. So I started helping people, and then friends were like, if you are doing this, then why don't you just register a foundation, like an NGO, and then go out there and do it proper? Because I was using my social media to be helping people the little way I can. So then I decided to go and register my foundation, Afi Antonio Foundation, which was 3 years in March. I registered on my birthday, 5th March.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, just before the independence.
Yes,
okay.
I know. So that's how come I just,
delved into this side of,
my
you know, what you're doing now.
I'm someone who, like, I'm not from a rich home.
But you are royal.
I know.
So you have the heart of a princess.
So when I see people suffering and I feel I can help in any way, any little way, I just try to do so. And I thank my followers. They have been always making it possible. It's not like it's my pocket money, so I won't take all the funds.
Okay.
Like, my followers make it happen. Without them, I'm not sure I'll be able to get any money to even help anyone. So I'm so grateful to them.
Wow, thank you so much, all her followers. So when you put the post up and say maybe you need some kind of help, your followers send, you know, the money to the certain, you know, account that you need to be in.
I put out my Momo and I put out the foundation account and I have a PayPal account. So some people also send money from abroad. So I also make sure that whatever I ask the money for, I make sure I use the money for that.
And you deliver on it.
Yes, I report. I make sure I send photos, post videos of everything that went on, and I account for the money.
Okay, so, I'm happy about the fact that you're saying you account for it, because you know what, a lot of people are beginning to make use of social media to you know rip people off. Somebody wakes up in the morning and says, oh, because of COVID, I can't eat. I'm hungry. And, you know, they just put up stuff. And somebody says, I just lost my phone. I just lost my handbag. I just did this. And people will feel for the person and send them money. Yeah. And people are living off people on social media.
And some NGOs, they've almost say, baby, they go for the money from corporate bodies or whatever. They sponsor them to go and do a particular project. They take the money and they don't end up doing it. So Jumano. When we go there, it's like Omajin said they won't help any NGO again because of what they've been through before. So it's been
why would you
difficult.
Want to put in your resources into something and it's not being used for it?
No, I've not had any help from any corporate body ever. No government, nothing. It has always been my followers. Yes. Seriously,
Well, you've done so well for yourself to have been able to get this far. It means that something really good is happening, and that's actually the reason why we're able to hear about you and bring you back here, even though this place used to be your home.
I know.
So you're welcome back once again.
Thank you.
All right. So now let's look at what you're doing in the field of autism. It's something that really struck us because we saw a lot of footages and videos about how you were changing the lives of certain people that are, you know, having this condition, which we know is not a disease, it's just a condition, so they need to have all the love. You know, I saw this video about this boy, I think they're Nigerians. The boy is about 23 years old.
Benedict.
You know, very handsome boy, but the condition. And I really appreciated the kind of love the sister, you know, was showering on him. And you could tell that his family actually has accepted the situation and they're doing things about it. Okay, so for people who may not be receiving this kind of love from their families, you have also extended your hands to be able to do stuff for them. I'd like to hear your story around autism.
Okay, so with autism, it just happened. I didn't set out to want to do things like with persons living with autism. It just happened out of nowhere. I decided to help a parent who needed help with their daughter who wanted to be a model. So I'm a photo model myself, and then I booked a photo shoot session for myself. I had to call the photographer and tell him I want to come with this girl, and then I have the photo shoot with her. Are you okay with it? And the photographer said yes. Like, that was David.
And she had that condition?
Yeah. So we had a photo shoot. I posted the photos. It went viral. And then I had other 2 mothers who wanted their children to also be photo models.
Oh, nice. So,
yeah, so
the people we are showing on the screen right now are some of the ladies,
the
you know, that are having autism, but you are using them right now in this very beautiful way. So in your case now, you are giving back confidence to these people. So listeners and viewers, the thing is, giving back to society is not only about having to give just cash. You know, you could just do an act of kindness, whatever that is so beautiful that is going to make somebody smile is all part of giving back to the society. And right now, Afi has turned some of these ladies with this condition into photo models. And see how beautiful they look. And look at the smiles and the confidence with which, you know, they are carrying themselves. And this is all you.
We try.
Oh, this is lovely. But how was it getting to recruit these people? How did their families react? Did they think that, okay, are you trying to make money out of, you know, the already not too good condition of our children? How was it?
That story, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, so
so
when we say that, it means there were challenges and turbulences.
Okay, so you know, it was just recently that I heard that some of the parents are thinking I'm using their children to make money and to like be famous. But
that's not the case.
I was already Afi Antonio before I met these girls, and so it saddens my heart to hear that. I just want to help them. I am fighting for inclusion for persons living with autism. So my prayer is that corporate bodies would use them as ambassadors. We can have them on billboards. We can have them in TV commercials where other parents with children like that will be proud and say, oh, so children like this can also do this. That means my child is not useless. Most of these parents have children like this and they hide them like in their rooms. When they are going out, they lock them. Yesterday, I was having another interview on the same issue, on autism. I put my number out there. A lady called after the show and said she watched the show and she has twins. One has autism. But like I said, she also locks the child when she's going out because the child can't do anything for him or herself.
And some of them feel embarrassed to move around with these children.
Because of the stigma.
Okay.
Because you go out with your child, maybe when you were leaving the house, he or she was like calm, but when the crisis comes, like maybe she'll be shouting or she'll be doing things that people would think, say, what is wrong with this child? You understand? So most of them won't want to go out with them for all those meltdowns to happen, for people to be looking at them in a way like, because I don't know. So when the lady called me and said she wants the child to join my center, I told her I'll reply later. I didn't reply because I don't have a center. All I do is to try and turn some of them into models, and it's
create opportunities
for them. So we are trying our best. My prayer is that they will get some big break and be on TV commercials, be on billboards. That's my target for them right now.
Well, you're very likely to get there because, I mean, with the way you're moving and what we see right now, you can really tell that, well, the sky is going to be a stepping stone for these ones.
It hasn't been easy. Like, sometimes you help people and they turn their back and they do all sorts of things or say things that, you know, you tell yourself, but at the end of the day, yes, we are doing it for God and I'm doing it because I love, that's what I want to do. It makes me happy when I'm doing it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we've given you the opportunity to be able to air this out, you know, and then for those who actually were feeling that you are making money out of their children, well, you've set the record straight here that that's not the case. You just want to get a big break for their children to even better their own lives.
So far, what I've done, I've not really, like, I won't say I've gotten any money out of it. April is a month for autism awareness, so I decided to use one of the girls, the younger one. She's the one I'm managing, like, officially.
All right, I'd like to hear about that story as soon as we come back from the health tip. So we'll be taking our healthy break right now. When we come back, she's going to tell us about what she did in the month of April.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's also International Day of the Nurses. And we have a special video we're going to be playing for you because we want to celebrate them because a lot of them are making sacrifices and seeing to it that we are all well protected and well taken care of, even in the midst of COVID-19. We have a special video from WHO celebrating all nurses. If you're a nurse watching me right now, we are saying Ayiko from eTVGhana. So do stay tuned for the video.
A time to celebrate nurses, who are the backbone of every health system, whether it's performing essential services or responding to a crisis. We celebrate them today, but we depend on them every day. Nurses are on the front lines of the COVID-19 response, from community clinics to intensive care units in hospitals. Today, we must take time to honor the nurses and all health workers who have lost their lives during the COVID-19 pandemic. Earlier this year, we launched WHO's first State of the World's Nursing Report. The report shows the world is facing a global shortage of 6 million nurses to achieve and sustain universal health coverage, especially in low and middle income countries. We need to support these countries to expand nursing education and create nursing jobs. And all countries of all income levels must ensure occupational safety and health for their nurses. Beyond PPE and physical safety, nurses and all healthcare workers deserve timely pay, sick leave, health insurance, and mental health support. Nurses must be properly valued and represented in health leadership roles, where they can work to guide health policy and investment. To all nurses everywhere, thank you.
So once again, we are saying Ayiko to all our nurses and midwives. And a special one goes to my mother-in-law, who is a midwife, and my sister-in-law, who is also a nurse. Ayiko to all of you. Thank you so much for all the sacrifices. Okay, in the midst of COVID-19, Happy FM is organizing a very special event that is dubbed the Effects of COVID-19 on Ghana's sports industry. And on there, we are going to be having Perry Okujato. We're going to have Alex Ejekum, Ket Okreku, and our very own Ohini Bampo Brenya is going to be there. We all know him on our sports program, and this program is going to be held on Wednesday, 13th May 2020 from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and it's going to be via Zoom. It will also be live on eTV and Ghana Sports. When it comes to sports, it's always Happy FM. So just get yourself ready to interact and share your views on what the effects of COVID-19 has been on Ghana's sports industry. Okay, so coming back to you, Afi, you were saying something that you did in April?
Yeah, so
let's
talking of whether I make money off them and all that. In April, I decided to use the youngest model to make like a calendar for Autism Awareness Month to sell and get the proceeds to support persons in need and also parts to support persons living with autism. So this that I was going to do, it just came impromptu. I didn't plan it and all that. It was a thought that was like, I think it would help. So let me just do something. And then now I needed money. When I posted about it, like I was like, would people want to support if, would they buy if I sell calendars using one of the models? Yeah. And they gave me the vim, oh yes, somewhere like I'll buy, so do it, let me know. Like, so I was charged and I was like, okay, so I'll do this. I can't go and ask the parents that this is what I want to do, so I need money for it.
Yeah.
And my foundation doesn't have money sitting in the bank. I do it as I go. Whatever project I take up, I post about it, I get the money, I use the money and do it.
And then you do your reporting.
Yes, then I'm done, yes. So it's not like I have some money sitting down somewhere.
That you use to carry out your projects.
So that if I had the money, I'll just go and use it to print out the calendar. But now I had to borrow money from friends. Stephen Appiah gave me 1,000 CDs.
Oh, thank you so much,
Yes, I'm so grateful to him. Yeah, he gave me 1,000 CDs and I needed, I think, 3,500 or something. I did only 100 copies of the calendars.
And how did it go?
It went well, but the money that I got out of it wasn't that much because they printed one for 30 CDs and I sold one for 50 CDs. So I had only 20 CDs as extra money. And then I couldn't sell everything. I did only 100 copies. I still have some at home.
Okay, so what's the challenge? People don't want to see people.
So I think maybe they feel, say, I'm using the girls to make all these things and I'm hoarding the money, which is not the case.
But did you make it clear on social media that
yes, I did.
The proceed is going to be used for ABC?
So I used part of the proceeds for this lockdown, the COVID-19, when we were locked down. I did some donations to widows, old people, women, and then children. That was part of the proceeds I used to do that. I topped up with my own money to do that, and I had some few people also sending me money to help me do that. Okay,
maybe some people felt like, okay, the proceeds should be going to the models. So if you had told them that the proceed is going to go into the pockets of the models, then they would say, okay, I modeled and then I got something out of it.
Well, I get it. But then again, the girl I'm using, the mom understands that, like, nothing is coming now. But it is these little things that will open the way for us to get some bigger gig. So she doesn't have a problem. But
people rather are the ones who are having the issues.
The other mothers, it's like they have a problem. Like they feel I'm probably using the girls for my own gains or something. But the troubles I go through to do some of these things, they have no idea.
Please do not stop, okay? Troubles will always come, but I mean, you've done this for these years now and you're still moving. Do not let the people who are hating on you, you know, discourage you, because some of us here are actually encouraged by what you're doing. Okay, so have there been, you know, other incidences where people also called you up for some kind of help?
Yes. So many.
Do you have any touching story you like to share?
With the blue eyes girl, Chota, she had a condition called Waardenburg syndrome that gives colored eyes. So she has blue eyes, but she can see perfectly well. I can see people are confusing it like she's blind, but she's not blind. She can see well.
But does she feel pain in the eye?
No pains. The problem has to do with her hearing. She can't hear. So she needs a cochlear implant to enable her hear. And the mom reached out to me. And then
is that who we have on the screen right now?
Yes, that's Chota, Yeah. And she was 2 years then. Yes. So
so was she born with this condition?
She was born with it. It's a condition that you'll be born with. It doesn't happen along the way.
And any special reasons why it happens? Is it about the supplements the mothers were not taking? Or
Nothing,
does it have something to do?
They don't have anything on that yet. They are saying it's ancestral something. Yeah, I don't even know. So none of her family members has this. So it's just like you can give birth to a special needs child. It's not like it's in the family, but it just happened. Yes. So I had to raise funds through social media as always, and the mom's church also raised 10,000 Ghana cedis for us.
And this fund was to help her with her hearing?
Yeah. The cost of the surgery was very expensive. Okay. I think it was $50,000 or somewhere around there. So we had a lot of people sending in their contributions through Facebook, Instagram, like all the places. The mom was also pushing for other places. She also had some few money from people like her church and all that. And she needed help from where she was working, but...
Oh, okay. So that's the check that the church...
Yes, yes.
What church is that?
No, this is from my foundation.
That's your foundation?
Yes.
Okay, giving how much?
50,000.
50,000.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's what you were able to raise for her?
Yes, yes.
Wow,
yes.
that's beautiful.
That was when they were going to fly to SA. So they went before I followed. When the time for the surgery was up, okay. I also went, So it has been a roller coaster.
So how has it been? She's gone to South Africa now to get her surgery done?
She's done 1 ear. She needs both ears worked on. And we're able to raise funds for only 1 ear. Oh. And she's back. And we're hoping that she'll go through speech therapy, which is so expensive.
Speech therapy?
Yeah.
Why?
That will help her to, because she can't hear, she can't talk. Okay. It's linked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she needs speech therapy to help her talk and hear. And ever since they were back, the mom lost her job. When she was about to go, her bosses asked her to resign because she won't be guaranteed her work when she gets back. Because
and these bosses knew about the child's condition?
They knew. She even asked them for help, and they never even gave her anything. And this woman has tried to raise funds to send her daughter. You are saying she should resign and blah, blah, blah. So she didn't resign. She left anyways. And when she got back 6 months later, her job was no more. Oh. She was hoping that they will call her back. She's been sitting home waiting. It's over 6 months they've not called her. So now she decided to travel outside the country and hustle and make some money so that she can have the other ear. Because the girl has been home, no therapy, and it's the therapy that will help her to be able to talk and hear. And I hear the therapy, the least charge is 150 or 200 per hour.
Wow.
And this is a woman who is not even working at the moment. How can she pay for
a very special
that?
Happy Mother's Day to this particular mother who is doing all of this for her baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's been trying. And some of the comments we have on social media when we post about it, they are like, why are we worrying ourselves trying to find money for this girl? We should just send her to the deaf and dumb school to go and learn sign language. I'm like, if you're a parent and you know you can do something for your child,
to help your child,
will you just sit there and watch? You do everything in your means to do it. At least if you do it and it doesn't work, you know you tried.
You tried.
But sitting there and not doing anything as a parent, like seriously, we've had so many bad comments, but the mom at a point even wanted to give up. She was tired. Like, she was so tired and frustrated. But I'm like, Charlie, let's do this. So, yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting. So what we see on the screen right now, what is this about?
So this was the donation I made during the lockdown season. I was having a lot of messages because they know my foundation help out people. Okay. So then I decided to do something like that. I had some few friends also sending in money. So I bought gari, sugar, needle, sardines, like foods that you can readily just,
and you can just cook immediately.
Yeah. So, and then I spoke to Twillium company. They decided to also sponsor, help me with water and biscuits. And yeah, so we went out there to help a lot of people, especially widows and old women.
So how are you able to identify these people? You knew about their need ahead of time?
We had people going underground to find out places like that for us. We didn't want to just go and park at a place for people to rush and want.
Because I was going to ask that question, social distancing, one. And
so
then secondly, the fact that sometimes people who really do not need it end up coming for it, and then those who need it don't get it. So it was good you had people on the ground who did the research.
Yeah, so they spoke to them. We went to their homes and gave it to them in their homes. Yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Giving back to society. And you know what? A lot of times when people see what it is you do on your, on your handle, they expect to see some, you know, very mature lady who is so advanced in age, because you really need to have a very big heart to be, you know, venturing into this kind of, you know, field. But it just happens that you're just a young lady who really has this love and passion for people and just want them to be okay and be fine, and, you know, putting smiles on their faces.
And before I forget, with the girls, I use the little one as the face of my products. I make shea butter creams and black soap. So just to push the inclusion.
Wow.
So she's the face of the children range of my shea butter cream.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I just try to leadership by example. So if I'm asking people to use them, why don't I use them like myself? And then when people see, they will also want to use them.
Wow, that's interesting. So people, we are going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we are opening up the phone lines to you. We would like to hear what you have to say about our conversation today. So don't go away. Do stay tuned. Whoa, you're welcome back. And I want to believe that that inspirational quote is going to stay with you and, you know, drive you on for the rest of the week. Okay, so this show is proudly brought to you by Voltic. Wherever you're going, you need to hydrate yourself. Make sure you move along with your Voltic mineral water and get hydrated, especially in this COVID times. And you know, Voltic has the pack where you have to twist, because Voltic is environmentally friendly. We do not want to have a lot of plastics lying around. So after taking Voltic, you just squeeze it and then, you know, you just twist it and it becomes really, really small. So we are also telling you some other thing you could also use your Voltic bottle to do. And in this COVID times, we're talking about self-reliance and subsistence farming. Even aesthetics in terms of planting flowers. You know, you could nest your plants in your Voltic bottle. So you just have to cut it through and then you put in some soil and water, and then you can have whatever it is you want to plant. Your beans, your flowers, your maize, be that whatever it is that you want. Do not throw away your Voltic bottle. Once you're done with it, cut it through, put in some soil and plant. Because we are trying to put together gardens across Ghana to be able to feed ourselves at home. How would you feel if you're eating your own pepper that you planted? You can start today to begin to think around having your own garden by starting with your Voltic mineral water. So coming back to you, I'd like to say another big congratulations to you, okay? And then also to announce our phone lines to our viewers so that we hear from them, you know, to be able to share whatever it is that's on their minds. The number is 0555 65 7278. 0555 65 7278. So call us now. We want to hear from you, okay? Thank you so much. All right, so, you know, I will not cease to continue saying congratulations, because for somebody who is a mother, a wife, to be able to do all of what you do and still look as trendy as you do, I really don't understand it. I mean, how do you really get to inspire yourself to keeping on despite the fact that challenges are coming through?
I just love what I do, so I don't see it as work.
Okay.
I just love what I do, and thankfully I have a husband who understands what I do and will support me in any way. He is a videographer, graphic designer, animator. So most of my videos, photos.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay, so he puts it together.
He puts it together for me.
Oh, that's so nice.
So, yeah.
At least so you don't have to spend so much money on trying to put it together, because I was going to
Yeah.
come there. How are you able to get the funds to be able to do all of that, especially with the fact that it's just your fans who are supporting for now?
Yeah.
So corporate organizations, please.
Hey,
please do something and help you know, Afi Antonio to be able to put smiles on the faces of the young ladies that she's been coming across. Okay, so you were going to say something?
Yeah, I've lost mine. I forgot
your thoughts. Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. The phone lines are jammed, I'm told.
Wow.
And a lot of people want to talk to you.
At the same time.
And yeah, and some also would also want to share something. So you just take your time, okay? The phone lines will just, you just get through, you know, in the nick of time. Do not crash up the lines, okay? But I will really be happy to get to hear from the first person. And I'm hoping it's going to be a lady, because this is African Women's Voices show. And we are looking at how women are contributing to society and supporting them in every little way that we can. Okay? So please keep trying and make the phone calls come through. So, would you want to advise more people to come into this giving back to society space?
Well, I would say if it's not your calling, it will be very difficult to, pull through. Because some of the experiences I've gone through, it's crazy. If you don't have the love and passion for it, you can't do it.
You can't do it.
So you would have to be sure this is what you want to do. Because we need more people like me in the system to make living like a little easier and comfortable for those who need.
Please hold that thought. I hear we have a caller, and I'm hoping it's going to be a lady. Hello.
Hello.
I'm happy you made it through. Please tell us your name and where you're coming from.
My name is Selassie.
Okay, Selassie, hi.
Hi.
Okay, tell us where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Asadeka, New York.
Hey.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Okay, so talk to us. How will you want to share on the show?
I want to say God bless our sister for the work she's doing.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so nice. So are you a follower on her page? Do you know her already?
Hello.
Hi, do you know her already? Do you follow her?
No, I don't know her from anywhere. I'm just watching there.
Wow, this is interesting. Okay, you see, Afi, someone is saying keep up the good work.
Thank you. That keeps us going. Like,
oh, Selassie, thank you so much for calling through. And please keep watching African Women's Voices show on eTVGhana, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
It's really, really
at
good.
At least you know people are seeing and they appreciate what
you're doing.
Yes. Yes.
What about this pull him down thing that people keep doing all the time and saying all the stuff that they have to say? I think sometimes it's always good to keep doing it so that, you know, somehow they get to understand that it doesn't pay to pull people down. Charlie. It doesn't pay at all.
Some of the things I'm hearing, like, they won't be confident enough to come and say it in your face. I always hear it, like, so won't it mean come minima?
Yeah, on the Oyawoba case.
Yeah, that one there, yeah.
Okay, so right now you have your camera. I'd like you to say something to the people out there. One, those who are experiencing your service, and two, to also clear the air again, that it's all about the people you're helping, nothing personal. You've got the time now.
Okay, so I would love to say thank you to all my followers on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You guys make all this possible. Without you supporting, I'm not sure I would get money anywhere to even be helping all these people. So I'm really grateful to you all, and I appreciate you all so much. And I would love to say that if you feel this is what you also want to do, we need you on board. So join us and let's help people together. Like, if we have more people like me in the system, I'm sure life will be much easier for people. And you can follow me on all social media platforms at Afi Antonio. at Afi Antonio on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere is at Afi Antonio.
Wow, beautiful.
Yes, and if you would want to reach me, you can also call me on 0246 827 858. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Afi, for gracing our show today. It was really nice having to talk to you. It was awesome. All right, people, we are going to be rounding up the show today here, but we are saying that the repeat broadcast will be showing on Saturday at 12 noon. And next week, on Tuesday at 4 p.m., we're going to have another interesting topic to be discussing. So let me remind you that it is the Health and Sanitation Month within the GMA group, and our phone lines are there. If you want to partner us, if you want to associate with it, please call the lines right now and associate with the Health and Sanitation Month of Happy FM, eTV, or YFM Ghana. The show is proudly brought to you by Voltec, and I am beautifully costumed by Buterax Clothing, who you can find at the Nyaho Clinic area at Airport West, just around the railway line. Tell her you heard about her clothing on the African Women's Voices show, and she's going to give you a wonderful treat. So see you same time next week. Be blessed.